Shalom and welcome to Seder Soundbites. We have reached one of the most famous parts of the Haggadah, which is the four sons. The Chacham, the wise son, the Rasha, the wayward son, the Tam, the simple son, and the Eno Yodei Lishol, the son that does not yet know enough to inquire. There's an interesting contrast between the way that the four sons are presented to us in the Haggadah, which begins with the wise son and only then arrives to the simple son, versus the Torah itself. The Torah begins introducing us to the simple son in Sefer Shemot with the question, Mazot, what is this? And only then does the Torah arrive at the question of the wise son in Sefer Devarim, which is the last book of the Torah. So why is this? Why is this contrast in place? And I'd like to suggest that there are three things that we're being taught, one in the Torah and two in the Haggadah, about how to truly become wise. Now, I would like to suggest, first of all, that we shouldn't view the four sons as four individual people, but rather we should view the four sons as four components of ourselves. And that if we truly want to be wise, there's three elements which we need to incorporate into ourselves in order to achieve that. The first comes from the Torah. The Torah begins with the simple son first, because in order for us to truly be wise, sometimes we have to be simple. And this doesn't matter at what age or what stage of life we're at, whether we're young or we're old, whether we already have a lot of wisdom or we're still trying to acquire more wisdom. Sometimes we just have to ask the question, why? Asking questions is the core to achieving wisdom. The second two parts, I think, we can see in the introductory phrase of the Chacham, which is HaChacham Mahu Omer. The first part, HaChacham, the wise son, what does he say? Implies that we as individuals need to recognize that individuals who we speak to, individuals who we encounter, who we engage with, they have wisdom. And we should listen to that wisdom. We should want to know what they have to say. But in order to know what they have to say, we have to learn to listen. So often in our lives, we're formulating answers or responses while we're communicating with people that we actually never hear what they're saying. In order to be wise, we have to slow down, we have to be humble, and we have to hear what they are truly telling us. Again, coming back to the introductory phrase of the Chacham, HaChacham Mahu Omer in Hebrew, Mahu can mean what he is. Omer, he says, that somebody who's truly wise, what they are, their true essence, who they are, that is what they communicate. There's somebody who recognizes that there is power to speech, there is power to words, and that we have to be very careful with the words that we choose. We have to be careful with what we express, not just because of how it may reflect on us, which is very true, but also because of how our words may be heard and what impact they may have on the people around us.